This was the week where the centrist on centrist crime in the Democratic Party continued as Joe Biden finally publicly called for filibuster reform to pass voting rights. And then, almost simultaneously, the Senate's mom from Mean Girls, Kyrsten Sinema, stood on the floor and gave an impassioned defense of said filibuster.
And I strongly support and will continue to vote for legislative responses to address these state laws, including the Freedom to Vote Act and the John Lewis Voting Rights Advancement Act that the Senate is currently considering. The debate over the Senate's 60-vote threshold shines a light on our broader challenges. There's no need for me to restate my long-standing support for the 60-vote threshold to pass legislation. There's no need for me to restate its role protecting our country from wild reversals in federal policy. It is a view I've held during my years serving in both the U.S. House and the Senate, and it is the view I continue to hold.
Except that is bullshit, and we've all seen the clip of Kyrsten Sinema talking about how the filibuster needs to be done away with and used strategically in the ways that Mitch McConnell did. Don't you feel like you watch that and you're like, it's so performative? I feel like her corporate donors are like in the audience with an iPad going like, yes, baby, that's my girl.
Yes. Oh,
we're just so filled with hate. There's just so much
level-
hate in our heart for her. It's
we hate her.
I mean, well, first of all, we already thought she was a thirst bucket to the stars.
Yes.
She's so thirsty and annoying
Yes.
from minute one, from
Yes.
jump, lurking with her stupid outfits and her stupid purse. And it's like, have some respect.
Yeah,
I mean, and then when she did the thumbs down,
that was it.
that
was it.
and bitch,
that
you're
was
gonna
it.
thumbs down raising the minimum wage. You can literally, I mean, we can't even say, we won't even do
Say
it. We won't even, I mean, we
I
probably
don't
would get
have any sponsors.
We'd probably get arrested. I feel like what it's saying it is legal, but I do need her to get like dick slapped with like 1,000 dicks in a row.
Oh yeah, she needs to die in a pool of dicks for
Yeah.
sure.
Well, she's
Yeah.
bisexual.
But she would-
Like, Julie,
I love it.
Yeah.
No, not only can we just like appreciate the fact that not only did she thumbs down the $15 minimum wage, but it was surrounded by tapping Mitch McConnell on the shoulder, a curtsy, and she
Yes.
was wearing a fucking mini backpack
Yes.
and like a little
Yeah.
skirt that some weird vintage skirt, and I think maybe also a wig. Like there was so much happening.
that backpack filled with jizz. She looked so dumb when she did that curtsy. It was like just.
Oh, I mean,
We were, and that was. We didn't think it could get worse than that.
I wanted to call up the headquarters for LGBTQ and be like, you need to fucking fire this bitch.
Rescind it.
I cannot handle it. I cannot handle it. She is such a, I can't
But
even.
that
But
goes
don't you
back to the earlier bitching, which is that
Mm.
this is what I think with people not, and I mean, I'm saying it literally with as someone who wasn't informed and who loved to just be like, oh, I'm in the middle and I just don't want to deal and I don't want to pay attention. And I feel stupid because I don't know anything and I don't want to bother doing the research and no one's good looking on the news and blah, blah, blah. But so I understand those people. I do. I get it. It's stressful. It's easier to just watch reality TV. But the thing is that she lied, and we believe she lied and said she was bisexual. She exploited that in Arizona, and I believe that we know a lot of people who moved to Arizona in the pandemic, like liberal,
Really?
like
we want more COVID. Like where?
yeah, it's less expensive.
It's less expensive.
Yes,
they got out
of
of
course.
California.
Because they left California.
Yeah.
That's where.
Yeah, it's either Austin,
right.
if you're like
Yeah,
an
a lot of good
edgelord,
places. Yeah.
Rogan lover,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess Arizona. No, Arizona's great. There's some amazing grassroots organizing that happens there too.
And they did get those people elected. They elected her, and they feel lied to.
Yeah, they feel lied to.
And the other people that will show up, maybe, perhaps, probably not, because who goes to midterm elections anymore? But hopefully, if people do show up, they are informed, because if they're not, they're going to vote for her again. And no one wants her there.
They need to get her out. I mean, she fooled like my mother and my mother's lady friends who play bridge and wanted to make sure good Democrats got voted. My mother was in Boston. Apparently, meanwhile, they're having bridge games with the ladies at the temple, sending money to Kyrsten Sinema. And like, And now my mom literally is the first one who's going to run down there and be like, I have a bag of dicks and I'm dumping them on your stupid fucking
on your
head. Like,
so there is someone that people in Arizona are trying to encourage to run, which is Representative Ruben Gallegos. And here's what he had to say to, Sinema's entire sort of, dramatic defense of the filibuster and how important it is as a Senate rule because it protects minority rule. Let's be honest. Take a look.
So right now there is an existential threat to democracy, and this excuse that she's using that it may get worse is not true. It is worse. This is the dark times, and she needs to step up, help us pass the voting rights. So you don't even have to get rid of the filibuster. Make the exception to the Voting Rights Act, much like you just made the exception to the filibuster 2 weeks ago to raise the debt limit.
Why Arizona?
Exactly. Yep. And that's how you know she's a lying sack of shit.
Yeah, things are already bad. Don't you want to undo the bad stuff? No, because I don't know.
Well, we do then in a year. And that's a lie too. Just the whole thing about then if we get rid of the filibuster, then this party will overtake that party and we'll never They're just Mitch McConnell would get rid of the presidency if he thought it would help the Republican Party. So it's utterly it's just having a person look you straight in the eye and lie to you that they're doing something that's good for you while they reach up inside you and pull out
your soul
stuff. Yeah.
And I know that there's the Republicans, they are voting people out who just simply, and we're talking about representatives. I mean, Kyrsten Sinema she's a senator, so that's even easier to pay attention to. Mm-hmm. But they're literally going and mobilizing and organizing to vote people out who simply just voted for the impeachment. Right. And it's they are so well informed, and they're able to target, whether it's through Facebook or their dumb podcasts or whatever it is, they're able to mobilize and target their base,
the things that they want
so much better than Democrats, and it sucks.
What's going on, Frantifa? If you haven't already, subscribe to this channel right now. Hit that button. And also, you can become a patron and support the show every single week. Get access to bonus episodes and exclusive merchandise. Patreon.com/Bitchuation Room. Do it.